Hi, my name is Jasmine, the sequel, and I am not relatable. Hey guys, so I wanted to film a really quick react, actually two. I think I'll do Amber Lynn's right after this one. Put on a little bit of makeup, you know, got my eyes done up, kind of like a bird of prey, and I thought, what the heck. These are probably not going to be with me viewing the whole video in front of you. I'm just going to insert the clips that I want to talk about and cut out as much filler as possible. It's not my game. I think it'll make the video too long. But if this format is not working for you guys, let me know. I can see about switching it up, you know? So, Foodie Beauty put up another mukbang.
You ready for another vlog? What about you, sweetie? Come on, guys. Let's do this.
So she starts off by saying that this is a vlog. And I found that very interesting because why would she announce her intention to do one thing but then continue filming the video as if it's another? I personally think that it did start off as a vlog. I think it started off as a vlog and then she kind of felt like, ooh, I really want to eat. I'm so hungry. I don't want to, pretend that I'm eating healthy today. And then she made this whole like gratuitous spread. And then she decided to just film it because this way it feels more legitimate to her. This way she's not just eating for the sake of eating, she's being a good YouTuber. She's making content for her channel. And I think that's kind of her justification for it. I think that's why she says I'm doing a vlog, but then switches to making it a mukbang. As for the food, she has this like giant thing of dip and like another thing of mustard. And then, what looks to be like 2 to 3 servings of like chips. I'm not sure. Maybe it could have been the whole bag. She's done that before. But it looked to me to be about 2 to 3 servings. And then 2 sandwiches. And I ran the calories for it, the fat, carb, everything. I didn't do the sodium. I didn't have the heart. I swear to God. I was scared if the sodium was too high. I was gonna have a meltdown. That is so bad. You should not be eating that much sodium. But I ran the numbers for everything else. And her total meal was 1,380 calories, 175 grams of carb, 83 grams of fat, and 53 grams of protein. That is insane for one meal. Now, I understand she's a bigger person. She has an allowance. And sure, if this was her heavy meal for the day, that would still be okay. People have done that every once in a while, eating that big of a portion. Totally understandable. That's not what she did. I don't think that's what she's doing. If she was, she wouldn't be maintaining and or gaining weight currently. I think she ate this and then she probably had another just as big, if not bigger, meal later on with like snacks and whatnot thrown in the middle. She sometimes has implied that she might be doing OMAD, but given that she has admitted that she has a binge eating disorder, I don't think that's going to go very well for her.
Still have no makeup on. Some days I feel like putting makeup on. But some days I don't. Imagine most people are like that.
She's looking a little rough. She says she's not wearing makeup, but she's looking a little rough. Your girl looks a little rough around the edges. That's okay. I mean, y'all have seen me without makeup. I look awful. I've got those dark circles for days.
I think I watched a show once where this woman even slept with put on a full face of makeup to go to bed. So that she could wake up looking beautiful. I will admit admit, when you're first dating somebody and you're sleeping together, that's like, it's very problematic. You worry about what you're going to look like in the morning. And if they're going to judge you. I remember when I first got together with BB, he used to do that. I would wake up, I would be sleeping at his house. He was like rooming with somebody, 4 different other guys that went to university at the time from Senegal. And I remember just opening my eyes and him just staring at me. And I'm like, and I'd be like, what? You know, and he'd be like, I can't believe I'm so lucky, or something like that. But in my head, I always thought, he's just saying that. He's probably thinking, oh my God, this girl snores or looks funny when she's sleeping and she's drooling.
And then, you know, she's very like nostalgic right now in this video. She talks a lot about how like BB say he's so lucky to have her. And, you know, I believe that. They were together for 7 years. You don't stay with someone if you don't think you're lucky to have them. And Chantal is a conventionally very attractive woman. You know, I think genuinely that if weight is not an issue for you, and I don't think it was for BB, I think you would think that you're lucky to have her. She seems like she's a bubbly person. And I think that when she weighed less, she probably was very social and active, or at least wanted to be, was willing to try, you know? And I can't help but wonder, though, when did that change? When did it change from I'm lucky to have her to, oh God, she's still here? Because I kind of feel like that did happen. Like at one point, it went from I'm lucky to have her to I am so unlucky that I'm stuck here. And I can't help but feel that might have something to do with her getting a CPAP machine. Sleeping next to someone is a very intimate thing. And to sleep next to someone when they have the sleep CPAP machine, and I've heard them, they're pretty loud. If you're a light sleeper, it's going to upset you even more. So I can't help but feel that maybe that was one of the reasons why he went from thinking, I'm lucky to have Chantal, to I think that maybe we should break up, you know?
I mean, my makeup, when I go to bed with makeup on, when I'm too like lazy or tired or drunk, it used to be, when I get home from the bar, just plop in bed, I'd wake up and my makeup would be like, I'd look like Alice Cooper, or, you know what I mean? Like, eyelashes all stuck together. No, it just would never look good.
She talks about how she sometimes goes to bed with makeup on, but we've seen her. She's, you know, woken up first thing in the morning, and she sleeps a lot of times with makeup on. That is just, it's not really important or anything like that. Just maybe don't make it a habit. It's real bad for your skin. As someone who wears makeup pretty much on the daily, even if I'm not going anywhere, it's real bad for your skin.
Oh no. I would think if I were a guy, and the girl I was about to get in bed with was putting on makeup to go to bed instead of taking it off, I think I would be turned off a bit, because I would feel like she's being really insecure. And by societal standards, which don't mean anything, well, they shouldn't. You could be the most unconventional, like most unattractive person in society standards, let's just say, for my point here. And if you're confident in yourself, and you know what you have to offer, that's still going to be seen as attractive.
Confidence. Okay, so talking about confidence, which is great. I think everybody should be confident and comfortable around their partner. but she doesn't strike me as the kind of person who's confident, you know? Because she's been in situations, even this, I think the last one that she talked about Sloppy Joe, that's not the actions of a confident woman. If you're confident and you know that you're attractive and you're perfectly comfortable in your own skin, you wouldn't sit there and be like making excuses as to why you don't want to sleep with someone. You just say, I don't want to sleep with you. I changed my mind. Boy, bye. You know? So I kind of feel like she's putting on an air of confidence and she doesn't really feel that way about herself. I could be wrong. Been wrong before, will be wrong again, but that's just the impression that she gave me. And this also feels a lot like remembering better times, you know, just the whole air of the video kind of, you know, BB and, you know, being like a confident hotshot and being comfortable in relationships when she's so hesitant to get back into relationships right now, something she's mentioned multiple times. Her, you know, the way she keeps holding on to BB, you know, still had stuff at his apartment, you know, kind of, maybe I got the feeling that she was hoping something more would happen when she go visit him. And I kind of feel like since this tie has been severed, now she has everything from BB, that's kind of why she's feeling a little like nostalgic, reminiscing about things like that too, because she probably misses him. I think that's a fair emotion. I mean, man, if I was together with somebody for 7 years and all of a sudden we were like over, I'd feel real nostalgic too, you know? I can't also help but wonder if she feels nostalgic for maybe not like years ago, but maybe like 3 weeks ago, 2-ish weeks ago, when Charlie Gold was not online, where she wasn't getting so much shit for the way that she's eating, where, you know, she could just do whatever she wanted. Because there are some smaller reaction channels, you know, still talking about her. But I think Val from On Program wasn't really, you know, online either. Charlie Gold wasn't really online either. And so she wasn't getting a lot of the pushback from the bigger channels. And I kind of feel like she's a little nostalgic for that time too, where she wasn't getting too much shit for what she's eating, where she wasn't getting a lot of blowback from the reaction channels. I can't help but feel that she's also maybe a little bit nostalgic for that time again. Don't know, but that also has, I feel like that's also the impression that I get from watching this video.
Being done with elementary school is, I remember how exciting it was to, first of all, the summer as a student is very exciting. You're done school. You know, that last bell on the last day of school, which the last day of school is mostly just hanging out. I try to get the coolest outfit because back to school first impressions on that first day. New haircut. I feel really bad for what students are going through right now. I feel fortunate that I grew up in a time where I could socialize freely. Like, people weren't as careful or paranoid or, you know what I mean? I feel bad for the kids going through the pandemic right now. Like, they have to socially isolate, and socializing is a very, very important part of being a student. You coming down for dinner?
Yeah, just gonna throw some shit together, yeah.
Ooh, pizza's here. Okay, cool.
I was talking about how, like, bologna and cheese sandwiches remind me of school, but I feel bad for the students during the pandemic. Like, they don't get to have that back to school excitement right now, you know, the fall.
A lot of kids don't like school anyway.
You didn't get excited?
No.
Oh, I did. I loved it. I'm weird. Maybe.
Nah, I guess because I don't really have friends at school. And that's what the, you know, kids get excited about is
Aww.
seeing all their school friends again.
Aww. Makes me sad because you're an awesome guy.
wasn't mistreated.
You weren't mistreated, but
Huh?
you weren't mistreated, but you didn't. You said you didn't have any friends.
I mean, as much of it was just me as anything else. I've never been a social person.
Yeah.
So I'm uncomfortable with other people, even people that I know reasonably well. So yeah, I mean, I just never felt like I fit in with them, and the other kids were all nice.
That's
everyone
good.
at my everyone in my class was super nice and everything. They would have.
I'm so glad to hear that. Actually.
Oh yeah, my class gave me weird, like this totally warped my view of what schools are like. Because like there was no bullying. Like none of the kids in my class were bullies.
Wow. Lucky.
Yeah, everyone was really nice. Everyone, got along.
I want to go to your school.
There was a mentally challenged girl in my class.
Yeah.
Like severely challenged. She had her own. She was there for socialization purposes, really.
Yeah.
She had her own teacher teaching her like sort of basic stuff in the back of the class. Most of the class threw her a birthday party at her house. So, like everyone was like super nice people.
That's awesome to hear.
And I grew up thinking that that's actually typical. Like, I grew up watching TV and everyone's a bully. But then I go to school and there's no bullies. So I thought that school was exaggerated. I always thought TV sort of exaggerated about school, or was sort of outdated views on what school is like.
So it's always nice to have Pete's making comments in the background. I personally like Pete's. I think other than holding a candle for Chantal, I think that he seems like a pretty normal, like, nice guy. Yeah, he didn't have a lot of friends. I think like liking anime and liking the like a little bit more of the niche things was more taboo back when he was younger. I don't think it's as taboo now, like my sister, for example, she was pretty popular in school and she also liked a lot of the weird anime crap. Sorry, I call it crap because I genuinely think her taste in anime is bad. I don't think all anime is bad. I like some of it. But I think that might have been the reason why maybe he wasn't as popular, but that's fine. He's also seems like he's a little bit more introverted, so I don't think it really hurt him all that much. I will say, on his claim of bullying, I think that if there was verbal bullying going on, he might not have noticed, especially if it isn't directed at you. Kids, teenagers, whatever you want to call them, they have a way of being pretty self-absorbed, not even like the best of them. So I kind of feel like if that was something that was happening, he might not have necessarily noticed. That's not a bad thing, just how kids are,
Do you like other things on your nachos?
Yeah. Beef.
Beef? Any vegetables? Tomato.
Yeah, I mean, salsa works well on it.
Tomato. Sisui.
Ah! Not the silly! I hate those silly! You ever just take a mouthful or take a handful of cheese right out of the bag?
Yeah. You're asking me.
True.
Okay, guys.
Of course you do. It's the main way you eat cheese.
I also kind of get the feeling that he's hamming it up for the camera a little bit, like doing the funny voices like Chantal does for the cat and everything. It's a lot. I don't know. I think he's doing the most. And he also got his little dig in towards the end about Chantal eating cheese out of the packet. I feel like every video he has to get at least one in. That's the kind of feeling I got. Okay, so my final thoughts on the video. This is not her most egregious one. She's very like soft voiced in this video, I think, trying to still get over the blowback from the whole Charlie Gold situation. I think the food looks incredibly gross, and given how much fat there is in this food, what did I say, 83 grams of fat? That is a lot of fat. I think she's gonna be on the toilet again. She doesn't have a gallbladder. I don't know why she does this to herself. I can't help you. I also think maybe just making little tweaks to her meals would probably make it a little bit better for her. But I mean, I don't think she's gonna care what anybody has to say about that. I don't think she wants to hear it. But I mean, it is what it is. If you are at home and you want to make yourself a grilled cheese and bologna sandwich, use brown bread, I would say. That probably would make it a little bit more satiating. Use real cheese, something high in protein. That would also probably help. Little tips. Okay, so that is it from me. You'll probably be seeing this face again. I mean, this exact face, makeup and all, in the Amberlynn video. I'm gonna go record that now. And remember, I am Jasmine the sequel, and I am not relatable. See ya.